Hey guys, welcome back to the Simi Plum Bob channel, and as you can tell, we are in The Sims 2 Pleasantview. Yeah, it's been years since I've actually recorded anything for my channel. So, yeah, I have been MIA for the past, 2 years, something like that.
Just hitting pause here just to say I've only been gone for 1 year. Okay, continue.
Things have changed. I've been struggling to be able to, just record and play my game for you guys and have some fun. It's been a battle to be back, but I'm not going to promise that I am back indefinitely. Not yet, anyway. This is just a test to see if I could come back. But yeah, welcome to my Sims 2 Pleasantview. So I have played The Sims 2 Pleasantview for many years. I am very much well acquainted with all of my Sims, or all these pre-mades in this town. And as you could tell, we got some Sims living everywhere. I got this town pretty much filled up with all the pre-mades that were in the bin, living out in the world, minusing the two dogs, the male and the female dog, and the female dog was actually, pregnant and stuff. And I tried to have them live with the goodies here. No, not the goodies, the oldies here, so they can have something to do. But unfortunately, for some reason, they could not eat out of the food bowl, and I couldn't really do much. But I'll get to that. I'll get to that later when I actually talk about the oldies. But yeah, I thought it would be fun just to talk about my Sims 2 town. This is actually a different version from when I played it a few years ago and didn't have my voice recorded in it. This is actually totally different. This is not the same thing. I had to start all over because we had like a hard drive issue on the computer, and it freaked me out a lot that I was going to lose all my Sims 3 stuff. Like my Sims 4, meh, I could redo Sims 4 because I'm not an avid Sims 4 player. I play it every now and then when I get the urge to, or when something new comes out. But the Sims 3, I have a few generations in there, and I played a Sim that did not exist. But maybe I'll show her family off later because I have a lot of screenshots for them. But yeah, anyways, we're here in The Sims 2. For The Sims 2, I also made this Pleasantview seasonal playthrough in alphabetical order. So yes, I play my households in alphabetical order, and it's seasonal. So after each season, I move on to the next household. And so you can see, like right here, this is where I will put this little mark on to tell me where I'm at in the rotation, so I know which household I need to play instead of going through here and trying to figure out who's in the, like, see, for example, like Broke here is in spring, but Nuisance in winter, so you just have to go around and figure out where am I supposed to be at. So anyway, I made it easier on myself to tell me where I'm at. And actually, I don't think I'm at the burbs. I think I finished the burbs rotation not too long ago. I think I am on the Calientes, actually. So, whoops, I had to fix that. But anyways, yeah, so we have introducing the Broke, Burb, Caliente, Cook, Dreamer, Gavigan, Geek, Goody, Goth, Langerak, Larson, Lothario, Newson, Oldie, Autumnus, Picasso, Pleasant, Ramaswamy, Roseland, and Traveler families that live here in Pleasantview. And, yeah, so I made this thing, and I basically based it off of the Pleasant Sims rules of playing The Sims 2, because she played it similar to how I played it, but I didn't have it that intricate. So I just put all the ideas into one in here and just made it my own, with a few tweaks here and there. So as you can tell, we have our Pleasantview Sims, then we have our Careers and Education tab, our Hobbies tab, and Family and Legals tab. So when we come over here, you can see, like, for example, all the children here have their sign here. And that's because I am notorious for when I age up my Sims and I want to give them a certain aspiration if they are a certain astrology sign. And sometimes I forget what they are and I just get into the game and don't even remember. So I made it easier on myself and made sure to put a note that these children, this is their sign and it's going to correlate to what they will aspire to be when they grow up. So speaking of that, we come over here and we got our Sims 2 aspirations. So family aspiration is Aquarius and Cancer, popularity Aries and Leo, fortune Capricorn and Scorpio, pleasure Gemini and Sagittarius, romance Libra and Taurus, and knowledge Pisces and Virgo. So I have that all nice and neat. And then Sims 2 second aspirations. Now I added a little bit of a rule to my second aspirations, but we add up the interest points to see which secondary aspirations the Sims have, which I will show y'all what the interest points are in a momento. Actually, while we do this, we could actually go into the Broke household and load that up, and I can definitely show you what that is. But so we have our secondary aspirations. And so when I say, or when it says add up interest points, your Sims in The Sims 2 have interest points, and they would be right here. Right here in interest. So you click interests, and there you go. This is what your Sim is basically interested in. So we add up these points for each thing, and then we put the number here, and then we add up the number, and the final tally would be in this box, and whatever has the highest value will be their secondary aspiration. But I added this little thing. I said only Sims who graduate college get a secondary aspiration. It's more of a it's more of, a reward to have my Sims go to college and basically aspire to different things because they learned a bunch in college and stuff. So, yeah, that's the whole idea of that. So we got our careers in education. So we're going to click that. And this is where I'm going to put my university Sims. So right now we have Dustin Broke, which is a fortune sim in Academy Latour. Now, when I played this before, I played and it played like each one has a different what you graduated with. So if you got an A, you would be in Academy Latour. If you got a B, you would be in Sim State University. And if you graduated with a C, you were in La Fiesta Tech if you wanted to go to college. But I decided that if my Sims want to go to college, I'm going to have them do their homework regardless of what their aspiration is. So they all are just going to get good grades, especially if they have, family Sims or knowledge Sims or even popularity Sims or fortune Sims. So really the only ones that probably pleasure, romance, and popularity Sims probably won't teach their kids how to study, I guess. But they are maybe their children, or maybe these type of Sims when they turn into a teenagers, if they are pleasure, romance, or popularity, they probably won't do their homework very much. But if they're family, knowledge, or fortune, they probably would. So yeah, Dustin was a fortune Sim, so he did his homework and got good grades and ended up going to Academy Latour. So yeah, that's my idea on the college playthroughs. And I got them all color coded as well in their separate boxes and their separate places. Also, if you hear the air conditioner, it's like literally right beside me. So Yeah, that's probably what you're hearing if you hear something turn on and off beside me. But anyways, we're gonna go to the next tab, the hobbies tab. So I hobbies I don't really play with that much, but I figured that my Sims, since there are hobbies in The Sims 2, with The Sims 2 free time, I figured that my Sims should do some hobbies. So what I did was I looked for their true hobby. So let's see. She don't have it right here. Their true hobby would be outlined like this. So you would look for their true hobby, and I rolled a die from Google, depending on which one they are focusing on. So Bo Broke here actually is into the synthesizer. So he has a synthesizer right here, and he would be to have fun, he would be using that thing instead of, watching TV or doing other things. So basically, these hobbies are going to be their source of fun for my Sims. So whatever they landed on, that's going to be their source of fun, except for possibly the repairing and the restoring the car. Some of these aren't a source of fun, but they, when things break, these Sims will be the ones to fix them, and they want to fix them because it's their hobby. And for restoring a car, they would just restore a car, every now and then they'll restore a car and live their life well. So far in the Pleasantview, I have 0 fitness Sims and 0 science Sims, but that's okay. As time goes along, hopefully we'll get more Sims in different hobbies. But yeah, I don't have everybody on the hobbies tab yet because some people don't know what their true hobby is yet, because I have to play them a little bit more to figure that one out. So the next tab is my family and legals tab. I have a legal system for my family gameplay. So I have a child support box, an unwanted baby box, and the divorce box. And then I have a list of Sims on support, so I know exactly who needs to get money. So child support. Again, I use the same formula from Pleasant Sims, but yes, for child support, male Sims must pay child support if not living in the same house. So with the pregnancy, it would be $200 per day, which equals out to be $600. The baby would be $200 Monday through Friday, equals $1,000 per week, and same with the toddler. For the child, it's $200 Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which equals out to be $600 per week. And for the teen, it's $200 Tuesday and Thursdays, and it equals out to be $400 per week. So basically, we just keep up with our weeks and have our male Sims just rank it up and give the money to the mother who is taking care of the child if the father is not in the same household. Now, how fair is it that the male Sims have to pay child support while the female Sims have to raise them? Well, in The Sims 2, you can only get your Sim can only get pregnant if you're playing the female Sim. So that's why that is the way it is. But I've remedied it for female Sims who are actually romance Sims, so that some men could receive child support if they wanted to raise the child. So, unwanted babies, when unmarried female romance Sims get pregnant. So I have to roll a number between 1 and 100, 0 to 5, give up for adoption, 51 to 100, raise child, and use child support, which is this box right here. However, if the father is a family Sim, give child to Sim, use child support for the child, and therefore the female romance Sim will have to pay the child support to the father for raising the child. Now, divorce. What happens when Sims divorce? So what happens is 50% of the household funds for each Sim, so they get half of the money they got in their funds. The Sim who makes the most money gets the house. The Sim moving out takes the car and necessity furniture. So that means they will take a a piece of furniture that helps them with their needs. So all their needs can be met. So that means it would take, the shower, the toilet, the bed, the stove, the fridge, the TV for fun. I mean, they would be taking a lot of stuff out of the house just to make it semi fair, since one's got the house and the other needs to start all over. Sims can divorce if they are below 50 in both lifetime and daily meters. So in The Sims 2, as you can see, we have a lifetime meter and a daily meter. So the top is the daily and the bottom is a lifetime. If they are both below 50, if they really don't like each other, then they can divorce if they really want to. If they have children, the children go with the parent with the highest relationship. Now, I thought about this and I figured that it would be best for the children to go with the parent who has the highest relationship with them, so that the children can have a little bit of say-so to who they want to live with after the divorce. But if they are equally close to both parents, then the next step would be the parent who is a family sim. So I figured the person to raise the child would be the parent who is a family sim, and they would take the kids. But if neither of them are a family sim, then the next step would be to the parent who has the most memories with their child. So when I refer to this, I was thinking like taught them how to walk, talk, potty trained, learn to study, have let's see, all these memories with their child. And if they have more memories than the other parent, then they are going to go with the parent with the most memories, because that parent is the one that taught them. But if they have equal amounts of memories for the child, then the next step would be to see who the child wants to interact with. So we would go to the child and see, like, if they want to interact with one or the other, or have fears for one or the other. And if one parent is in favor, then that parent is going to be the one to raise them. If the child has 0 wants to interact with their parents, then it's time for a number roll. So if he didn't have any of these fears or didn't have any wants for his mother, then we would have to roll between 1 and 100, 0 to 5. The mother gets custody. 51 to 100, the father gets custody. And then once again, we're going to use the child support for the child after the divorce is said and done. So that is the whole legal system of my game that I'm using at the moment. And yeah, I've been having fun with it. As you could tell, I have no Sims on child support. My ACR on The Sims 2 has been doing very well for me. No romantic Sims have gotten pregnant yet. And yeah, no child support is needed at the moment. But until next time,